I've been out in these streets in my travels, and I run into a few things that I want to talk to you guys about. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Today is October the 22nd, 2018. And as I said, I have been in my travels. I've run into a few things today that I want to stop and talk to you guys about. First things first, I want to say happy birthday to one of my personal faves. Today is actually T.S. Madison's birthday. So, big happy birthday to T.S. Madison. I know right at this moment she is in Baltimore, Maryland, actually putting on a live show and birthday party with special guest Lonnie B. And I'm sure there are some surprises that we will hear about later on that is actually going on. Really proud of Maddie with the things that she's actually been doing. This whole thing of the Queen's Supreme Court is going really well, and it just continues to pick up more traction, and it just keeps getting better and better. She was just in Miami last week for a live show with Jessie Woo and Funky Dineva, and there have been little clips that have actually been circulated, and it looked like it was great. Miss Mary, which is her mother, was actually at the show. Um, Everything seemed to have gone off pretty much without a hitch. She's just doing a really good job, and I'm glad to see what she's doing and the direction that it's actually going. So again, happy birthday, T.S. Madison. I know that you are having a wonderful time. Happy birthday, bitches. You live, whore. Whore is you live. Happy birthday, girl. All right, you guys. Moving on. Ciao. Look at this shit here. Now, Paula Abdul. Paula Abdul. Poor thing. Y'all know Paula Abdul's 56 years old. So, first off, I'm going to give the bitch all her flowers for falling off of that damn stage head first, baby. She gave you Lipton Nestea plunge, honey, into the audience, but not on purpose, honey. Fell her ass off that stage. This was just her third date in her first headline tour in 25 years. And she was actually singing Promise of a New Day. Um, Girl, if you would have hit that floor wrong, honey, it wouldn't have been. But she was down in Biloxi, Mississippi when that little situation took place. Um, it was interesting. It was interesting, and there's a lot of jokes that I could have actually went into. You all remember when Paula was on American Idol, and everybody used to say that she was on pills and she was getting drunk, allegedly, child, and falling over there. But she don't seem to be under any type of influence of anything. She just seemed to be just a force to be reckoned with. You know, people kind of sleep on Paula, but remember, I grew up in that time. Paula Abdul was part of the soundtrack of my life. She came out at the time with the Janet Jacksons of the world. Remember, she used to choreograph for Janet and everything. And Paula was the shit in her day. There were some things that she did. Vibology used to be the shit. And Cold Child, he's a cold-hearted snake. That was the shit. The little songs were really groovy. Opposites attract and things like that. Paula at one point was really a force to be reckoned with. She was a pop star. And baby, I'll give you this. Before there was ever a Beyonce, the bitch that turned it out dancing and tap dancing in a pair of heels was Paula Abdul. And I'm gonna take you. And you probably can find it on YouTube if you search it. It was a MTV Awards, one of the first MTV Awards. She was up on a scaffold and she started off doing Cold Hearted, and she tap danced her ass off in heels on the scaffold, and then came down this pole, very much Batman and Robin style. This was way back in the day. Baby Paula used to tear it up, and she would turn a live performance out. She also did a fierce opening that I'll never forget. She came down from the ceiling in a bubble in a fierce ass velvet bodysuit, very a la Beyonce, the shit Beyonce does now. Sweetie Paula Abdul did that on the AMAs years and years ago, and they also had the caption of the cartoon cat when she used to do opposites attract and turn the AMAs out. So don't sleep on Paula. And she's 56 now, and you see the bitch fell out there in that audience and jumped right back up, baby, and kept on dancing. And I know I pulled the sound out of the video, but you actually heard her in the video when the sound was in tell the people, thank y'all for saving my life. She kept right on going, and definitely right there in Biloxi, Mississippi, she continued and finished her whole set. She didn't even stop, take a break or nothing. So hats off to Paula Abdul. You clumsy bitch. You better keep turning it out. Go on, Paula. Okay, next up, LaToya Luckett. I don't know if you all follow LaToya Luckett or not, but you all know LaToya Luckett from original Destiny's Child. That's where we know LaToya Luckett from. LaToya Luckett, since her Destiny's Child days, she has her own full-on career. She has albums and videos, and she is, I think, my favorite video that she's actually done is actually it's a video that's it's like a whole storyline, and there are like four videos that go with it, but my favorite two are Back to Life, where she actually sampled um Soul to Soul. You all know Back to Life, Back to Reality. That Back to Life, she sampled that, turned it out, and then she actually went into a song that she did called Used To. It has this little trap beat on it. Please, 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 please. And in the video, she looks drop dead gorgeous. But saying all that to say this, LaToya Luckett is in her third trimester of her pregnancy. She is recently married, so she's a newlywed, and she's actually getting ready to give birth to her first baby. She has been making a whole bunch of moves this week. She's been on the Sister Circle. She also was on Tigger's radio show. She did two excellent interviews that same day. She looked great. Her interviews were flawless. She is so happy that you could just see it all over her. And the other thing is, she is a fierce ass goddamn actress. Um, you can see that, like I said, when you go look for those videos, Back to Life and Used To, you could see her acting chops in that video, those two videos, because it's a whole storyline. You know, the way videos used to be, where they actually have a story, and the set is beautiful, and it really is, and the bitch's clothes in the video, flawless. But she has a recurring role on Greenleaf, which I absolutely love. You can definitely go to my channel. If you did not know, I do reviews for Greenleaf and have since it came on. It is a fantastic show. It's on the OWN network. Um, she is Rochelle Cross on Greenleaf, and she's a bad girl. She's a bad girl, and when I tell you plays the shit out of the role, she is everything on the role. She is definitely the girl that you love to hate on Greenleaf, and they just got their green light for their third season. So congratulations to you, LaToya Luckett. You are out there doing your thing. She is also on a new show that is attached to T.I. and Tiny that actually premiered tonight on VH1. Um, I can't really go into all the details of that because I never really watched the T.I. and Tiny show. But I know this is kind of like a spinoff from that. It's the T.I. and Tiny with their kids, and then it's now some of their famous friends that are couples. So Definitely, Monica is actually a part of the show. Latoya Luckett is part of the show. Check it out. If you like T.I. and Tiny and the family, check it out. But congratulations to you, Latoya Luckett, doing the damn thing. Girl, you're making your little spot, honey. You're making your spot out there. So congratulations to her. Next thing I want to get into, one of my love and hip hop Atlanta girls, Spice. Miss Spice. Spice, you all know her, the reggae queen, honey. Um, I didn't even know how I felt about Spice when she first came to Love and Hip Hop. It's been 2 seasons. They did a cameo of her the season before last, and then last season was her actual boom. Here we go with Spice as a main character, one of the main characters on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and she was a mess. She was a mess. It was so up and down with Spice and the shit she was doing. At first, we were all loving her, like, yeah, girl, she's the shit. And then it was like, oh, Spice, you are messy as shit. But music wise, Spice gets down. She gets down, and she is like a superstar in her homeland. And she's coming over here to break it up over here. And she released a song with Tommy. Y'all know Tommy from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta that gets into trouble all the time. Tommy gets into trouble. So the pair up of Spice and Tommy, I was like, okay, that's cool, because they really vibed. And then they came out with this fierce old song. You can look it up on YouTube as well, because I'm gonna get it. Love the song, love the video, and then we get to the damn reunion. The two of them ain't speaking. They done fell out. I'm like, God dog. But I love that song and I love that video. I hope that at some point they could really clear up whatever their differences are and patch it up and go back in and do more music. I was really shocked. Tommy really did good. So in the midst of all her bad girlness, Tommy got something going on, and Tommy's like a fashionista. Tommy be sharp, sharp, sharp. And Spice definitely represents for the dark skinned girl. And she's thick. She's the thick girl too. Thick and shapely and real sharp. So that leads me to what I'm going to talk to you about with Miss Spice today. Well, baby, look at this. You see that before and after, honey? It's the same bitch. Spice! Girl, what is really going on? So all day in my travels, I've been seeing everything blowing up. What the hell's going on with Spice? This is her new look. I'm like, child, who this white woman, Albert? Who this white woman? I said, okay. So then I end up seeing clips of her in an interview. And they actually asked her about the whole color thing. And they went into this conversation about colorism. We don't have to have that whole conversation. You all know light skin versus dark skin is as bad as white versus black. And she gets to talking about all of that. And she talked a little bit about skin bleaching. She talked about placement and acceptance in the music business as it pertains to this skin and that skin, honey. So she talked about all that. And then I think for me, now I'm not really sure because I'm not sold. Okay, this is what I'm going to say this. I'm not sold on the fact that Spice has bleached her skin. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I believe all of this is a publicity stunt. She is releasing a new mixtape. One of the songs on the mixtape is called Black Hypocrisy, Black People Hypocrisy. And I believe it's like the leading single off of the mixtape. And I believe this look that she has, I think she pulled one of my stunts. I think this is all a drag thing. I believe that whole color thing there is definitely all makeup. I don't believe she bleached her skin at all. And definitely, trust me when I tell you, I am a drag queen, female illusionist, whatever you want to call me. And baby, yeah, I could turn this skin. And I looked at her outfit she had on in her little interview, covered all the way up to her neck, and then there's just her face out, and then she has sunglasses on, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, this is just a whole bunch of makeup. I don't believe that Spice has actually colored her skin. I believe this is all a PR stunt to promote this song about black hypocrisy, which is that's the name of the song, and that's what the song is actually about. Is what the song's about. So that's what I believe is actually going on with our girl Spice. Um, do I like it? No, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, sing the song. I got no problem with you singing the song and bringing awareness to it. That's cool. That's cool because the conversation needs to be had because it happens a lot. You know, the colorism thing happens a lot, even right where it tears in between in families. That whole colorism thing, I've never had a problem with. Do you see this skin that I'm laid up in, baby? My grandmother was actually darker than I am, and I always wanted to be darker than what I am because I wanted to be as dark as my grandmother. My grandmother just passed away at the top of the year. My grandmother has never, ever, you understand me? She's never had a blemish at all. She don't know nothing about no motherfucking pimple. She's never had one. She don't know nothing about it, how to get rid of it, what to tell you to do with. She don't know nothing about nothing like that. I always wanted to be as dark as my grandmother. And I've always taken pride in what my skin tone is. I don't have a problem with me. I never have. Now, have I actually felt the scrutiny of being darker as opposed to lighter? Yeah. Yeah. Right within my own family. Within my own family, I most certainly have. Child, it take a whole lot to try to make me feel bad about me because everything about me has always been a issue of one sort or another, and I've always come out smelling like a little black rose, honey. Get into it. But colorism, I don't have an issue with it. I'm cool with black in any way, shape, or form it comes in. I'm cool with gay in any way, shape, or form it comes in. I just love people and people who love me. I ain't hung up on all that bullshit. But all about this right here, I'm good with this. I'm good with this. And my children, one of my sons is actually my complexion, and the other son is literally fair skinned. My kids, they look just alike, but one is light and one is dark. Child, it is what it is. We're made up of all of that, but you need to grasp hold of what you got and be happy with it. All that old skin bleaching and shit. I mean, do what you want to do because in this world we live in this day and age, you can be whatever you want, however you want. You can change everything, and that's good too. But change it for the right reasons. Change it for the right reasons. You were born a male, you want to be a female, and that's really what you think you want to do, baby, go for it. By all means, start your transition, but make sure you're transitioning for you because that's what's going to make you happy. Don't transition because someone told you you should or someone told you something was wrong with what you had going on. Transition for the right reasons. Same thing with the skin bleaching thing. I don't have a problem with you bleaching your skin and changing your skin from dark to lighter if that's what you want to do, not because you think it's going to change your opportunities and this, that, thing, the other. Baby, you can't run away from who you used to be. So just remember that. You cannot run away from who you used to be because people are evil and they will never let you run away from who you used to be. Nobody will ever let you forget who you used to be. So if you're making changes that are permanent, please be making the changes because those are changes you're making for your own self, not to impress or to win over other people. Make those changes because that's what's going to make you happy. Here, not even here, here, and your crawl and your gut that's going to make you happy. Okay, so that's my PSA for today. Do it for you, bitch. Do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for you. All right. But I believe the whole Spice thing, I believe it's just a whole bunch of makeup, and I think it's a PR stunt. I really do. I think when we look around, Spice's ass is going to be just as black as I am whenever Love and Hip Hop starts again, or probably when the next single comes out, she'll be just as black as I am yet again. Anyway, all right, guys. So Let's move on to the last thing that I want to talk to you about this evening, and that is Miss Nene Leakes. Now, I have actually been a fan of the Real Housewives of Atlanta since the beginning. I've been following, I've been knowing these folks just as long as you all have known them. Nene, you know, it's up and down with Nene. Some days I love her, some days I'll be like, child, check this whore. I just, you know, it is what it is. But when she's right, she's right. And I will stand up on my platform and I'm going to say she's right. When she's wrong, I'm going to eat her ass up. And I've done this. This is what I've been doing the whole time. When she's wrong, I'm going to get at her. Whether she likes it, blocks people, and whatever. When you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Right now, with this little situation that's been blowing up my phone today, Nene hasn't done anything wrong. Okay? You understand me? Nene is being attacked. Her and her son, Bryce. Is it Bryson? I think Bryson. It's the oldest boy. By one of his children's mother. He actually has this baby by this girl. And this girl is out here reckless with the mouth, talking about Nene and all of this mess. And Nene blocked her. That's what started off. Nene blocked her on social media. And this girl had no valid points at all. Oh, we was cool and this, that, and the other, and she ain't shit. She's a snake and this. Just, first of all, whore, you're disrespectful. You're sitting up there, Nene not even your mother-in-law. You just some trick that got a baby by her son. So she's the baby's grandma. She owes you nothing. That's where we're going to start and where we're going to end up finishing. Nene owes you nothing. Nothing. Nene wasn't working the light switch when you got pregnant. Nene wasn't pushing on Bryce's butt to get him down in you good when you got pregnant. Nene had nothing to do with that. This little girl has it in her mind, her warped ass mind, that Nene, for some reason, is supposed to take care of her, Bryce, and the baby, and everything else. She's supposed to give them the blow up. They supposed to have what she got. Oh, you're 30 years old. She accused the boy of being on drugs. She's pissed off because he has a job. I believe it was at Walmart. What's wrong with that? Bryce is not no star. His mother is a star. His mother is a celebrity. He's not a celebrity. And he's not even the child of a celebrity at this point. He's a 30-year-old man. He has to stand on his own. And right now, his platform he's standing on, baby, is Walmart. So welcome to Walmart, baby. You're going to get whatever child support that you get down to the Walmart. You're not going to get child support like you would get if you had fucked Greg. Okay? You fucked Bryson. That's who you're going to get yours from. Nene don't owe you nothing at all. And as far as her talk about him on drugs, listen, Rick James told y'all, honey, cocaine is a hell of a drug. That little girl was sniffing and carrying on, about to drive me nuts in that video. If that whore would have, one more time, who's on drugs? Because you talking about him. I want to hear your story. Because I've been listening to you all day. And you ain't made no valid points about Bryson or Nene. The only thing, and then she wants a reality, she wants to be on a reality show and all of this. And she thinks that Nene is the key to all. Girl, Nene is the key to you kissing Nene's ass. And I am actually Team Nene on this one. Nene don't owe you nothing. And I hope Nene handles this the way that it's been handled. She just blocked her and we haven't heard anything from Nene. I hope Nene doesn't even respond. I hope she doesn't say anything. You don't owe her anything, Nene. You don't have nothing to do with this at all. And truth be told, if she don't want to have nothing to do with the baby, ain't a goddamn thing that nobody can do about it, because she don't owe anybody anything. Little girl, you're out of order and you need to get off of social media making a fool of yourself and dragging people before you get yourself into some trouble. Because, again, you keep playing with Nene and you'll get some letters and things that'll come across your doorstep that I don't think you'll like too much. Back off. Back off and get together, whatever that is. If it is that you need some Zyrtec, get it. If you need the Betty Ford Clinic, get it. And on that, Thank you guys for hanging out with me and finding out what I found out on my travels. In my travels on October 22nd, 2018. I will talk to you guys soon. Later.